Ladies and gentlemen, earlier today I was on CNN Newsroom with Carol Costello, and very interesting conversation. I was up against a representative of or a spokesman for Ted Cruz, and I was talking about the election, the primary tonight in Wisconsin and other issues. I started talking about how John Kasich is a liberal, and Carol Costello said this.
When you're running in a general election, aren't most people socially liberal or at least socially moderate and physically conservative?
Well, let's take abortion, for instance. Most people are on the side of what the Republicans stand for, as opposed to abortion on demand, which is what the Democratic plank. Republicans have run from abortion election after election, presidential election after presidential election. If they fight on that issue and say, do you favor it? Let me look at the polls. As we get more technology, people want more and more restrictions on abortion. So no, I think if you fight for your issues, you could convince the public.
Which led me eventually to talking about Donald Trump. And they were talking about his problems with women. Isn't everybody talking about his problems with women, right? Quote unquote. So I said this.
When you get one-on-one, especially if it's Hillary, okay, Donald Trump will go places nobody is willing to go, where the media at this point isn't willing to go. Bringing up Clinton's women who say they were intimidated by Hillary, having them come forward and speak, a litany of issues that you can't even imagine.
I'm thinking that might not be a winning argument for Donald Trump right at this moment.
That isn't going to be a winning argument for Donald Trump.
Sure it will.
How many derogatory things has he said about women?
Oh, okay. So he said derogatory things about women. Compared to, as I just said, women, I see a story on Drudge today. By the way, we made Drudge, we made Breitbart, we made Daily Caller. With this interview, you'll see why. I see that Juanita Broderick is speaking out again, who accused Bill Clinton. Now, saying things about women, compared to what Hillary is accused of doing, intimidation and ruining the lives of women, listen to this.
Do you know how many young women in this country don't even know that Bill Clinton was impeached? No, maybe they heard Monica Lewinsky. They don't know the women that have accused Bill Clinton of sexual improprieties and that say they've been threatened and intimidated by Hillary Clinton. A girl who was raped by a pedophile that Hillary Clinton bragged about getting off. Wait, let me finish. Hillary Clinton, what do you mean? You don't even want to hear it? That Hillary Clinton is on tape bragging about, as a lawyer, getting off on a technicality. That woman now says, Hillary ruined my life. What's wrong? That's not fair?
Leave it there.
Clinton?
No. Thanks,
God forbid that I should. God forbid that I should defend
Steve
Hillary
Malzberg,
Clinton.
Judson
She was appointed to represent.
All right. So that was the end of the interview. Did she cut it off, or was it the end of the segment? It was running pretty long, this segment, so I'll give her the benefit of the doubt. But she wasn't happy that I brought it up. Now, what am I talking about? I'm talking about a 12-year-old girl in Arkansas who was raped by a sexual predator named Thomas Alfred Taylor, I believe. This was in 1975. Hillary defended this child rapist. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, everybody gets an attorney. Nothing wrong with that, okay? But she used a technicality to get the child rapist off. He plea bargained down to a short little sentence. The woman, who is now 52 years old, back in 2008, I believe, more recently said that Hillary has ruined her life. She won't come forward. She won't give her name. She says Hillary has ruined her life, okay? Isn't that news? Shouldn't that be talked about? The print is on as she talks. It's hard to understand. An interview that Hillary gave to an Arkansas journalist named Roy Reed years later, talking about it and laughing about it.
Took a lie detector test. I had to polygraph, which he passed, which forever destroyed my faith in polygraphs. But what was sad about it was that the prosecutors had evidence, among which was his underwear.
His what?
His underwear, which was bloody. I went back and told Malin Gibson that I probably can't remember his name, but I cut out who's who, and I'd done all this stuff, and I handed it to Malin Gibson. I said, well, this guy's ready to come from New York to prevent this miscarriage of justice. So we were going to plea bargain.
All right, she's laughing about getting the child rapist off. Shouldn't that be out there? That's all I'm saying. We'll come back and we'll have conservative pundit, the wife of Congressman Sean Duffy, Rachel Campos Duffy, and then your calls at 877 Newsmax, 877-639-7629.